Hello, everyone. I'm Charlotte Errázuriz. I'm a senior product marketing manager at Sojern. Sojern is a leading marketing platform for travel industry. We drive growth and profitability for hospitality. First of all, I wanted to say thanks a lot to Edna to receive me today, especially Liane and Nick for their warm welcome. Today, we're going to be talking about advertising in hospitality, and more specifically, how can we, rethink performance marketing in the age of AI. So, lot of hot topic. Let's get started. And we will get started with this pretty bold quote from Dario Amodei, who's the CEO of Anthropic, an American AI company founded by former employees from OpenAI. And Dario said that he's pretty confident that AI could surpass human intelligence by 2027. So we know where's the future. So let's see what we know about AI applied to marketing. So last year, it was all about saving cost with AI. We know how our generative AI can help us, generate text, identify trends, generate copies. So let's take this example of search engine optimization. This is from L'Oréal, obviously a leading company, and they used generative AI for their metadata tagging. They did that across 200,000 titles for like 36 brands, for more than 500 websites. And what is interesting here is to see the result, like 120,000 hours saved of manual work. I know you're like distribution revenue people, so you have an idea of the financial impact of this saving. And actually, if we look across industries, generative AI is on pace to achieve a 25% cost saving for leading companies. And now, what is interesting is to see that the focus has, shifted, and 2025, it's all about how can we leverage AI to generate more revenue. And actually, 67% of GMOs are exploring how Gen AI can help them personalize better, leading to more revenue. So I think the title of this slide says it all, the future of marketing is here. Let's discuss today how can we apply generative AI to our strategies. And I want to insist on this slide because to win at this game, there's something which is fundamental, and it's alignment. Alignment between distribution, marketing, revenue. Why? Because content is extremely important at this game, meaning that we can launch the most tremendous marketing campaigns if then the traveler goes to your website and the room type is not available or the rate is not matching what he has seen, it's not going to work. And something also important is today, marketing and distribution are extremely connected because Gen AI is all about data, and where do we pull this data? From the CRS, from the property management system, channel managers, etc. So we really must work in sync between departments. So this leads us to today's topic, rethinking performance marketing in the age of AI. This is our agenda. I'm going to take you through an example of who is doing this well. And we're going to look at an example from Nike. I know what you're going to say, hey, it's not travel industry. Yes, but they're best in class in terms of AI marketing. So we're going to see how we can apply the learnings from them. Then we're going to check how to do that. I will take you through 4 steps to implement generative AI in your strategies. What else is coming? Having a look at the future, we know it's changing very fast. So what can we expect from the future? And finally, how can you prepare, in your day-to-day activities for this AI generative marketing? So, for those who don't run, Nike has launched this tremendous running app offering personalized workouts really based on your user data. And what is interesting is they offer AI-driven coaching based on your real time. This is a keyword, real time. It's all about it. progress. So they will recommend, new workouts, and obviously it's still, a profit company, so they will recommend also what Nike's product you should use to achieve your goals. And all that with a strong AI-powered storytelling on the back. And obviously, the more you feel you're receiving the right workouts, the right recommendation of product, the closer you feel to the brand. So what takeaways can we have for us, in the travel industry? First of all, no surprise, data, data, data. Everything is about data today and how to get, clean, accurate data to base our customer insights. Secondly, performance marketing optimization. Again, AI has this possibility to analyze billions and billions of information, so we can optimize the best way our campaigns. Third point, I know that Mirja earlier today spoke about personalization, and this is key. Like, AI allows us to fit the needs of our customer and to really get extremely personalized. This will develop stronger conversions, stronger performance. And finally, brand loyalty and retention. Today, we are not seeking for like a one-time customer. We want a repeated customer that will, have a lifetime value with us and create this strong emotional connection with our brand. So I'll take you through briefly, like, how do we do that at Sojern? So basically, we are able to identify your ideal visitors, analyzing billions of travel intents. So this is the first point. It's like real travel intent, real time. And this is extremely important because we are able to predict, as soon as a traveler is willing to travel, we know it. Secondly, we cross that with first-party data from your experience to have a more complete view on the customers. And thanks to that, the machine learning makes its magic, and then we're able to predict, again, what type of travels a traveler is planning to do, what are the high-value audiences that will be the most willing to convert, and obviously generates more performance in your marketing campaigns. And what is interesting in this slide, it's like, today, again, everything works together, marketing, distribution, revenue, because it's not only about, attracting new guests to your property on the left side of the slide. Obviously, you need to have cross-channel marketing campaigns to appeal guests and make them convert. But then it's all about the experience. And this is key, like, how do we ensure that the experience on-site and post-stay will be the best for our travelers? And at Sojern we have an AI concierge to ask, recommend activities and ask for feedback in real time. We're able to send the right message at the right time for our travelers. Interested in a spa? We have a spa. We have this offering for you. And obviously manage our reputation through feedback and offer to post that online. Okay, so this is the theory. Now, how can we concretely do that? 4 steps here. First one, I'm saying that again and again, but it's all about data. So how can we unleash, the power of data for personalization? So what is very important is to understand the 360 view of a customer, to understand what is the real-time intent data, but also what have they done in the past. And thanks to that, plus the experience data, we're able to have this view of the customer and then offer tailored messaging. So how is it working? Let's say you're Leonor, very Portuguese name for those who don't know. Leonor, you're like feeling like a little holiday, you want to, why not Puerto Rico? You want to be on a nice beach, sunset, maybe romantic getaway with your husband, so you start searching for that, Puerto Rico beaches, like romantic break, spa holidays, etc. So once we know that, we're able to serve you some targeted ads, like this visual of a nice couple on the beach, sunset, that will appeal you. So you go to our property website in Puerto Rico, and it makes sense, it's what you like, but you want to keep on, searching. So once you've been to our website, we're then able to retarget you, through display, social, to our property, and you end up booking with us. And what is great is that thanks to historical data, we can take it further. And it's where we start talking about hyper-personalization. We will combine your travel intent with the first-party loyalty data that we have. And then we know that, in your previous holiday, you went for a little spa treatment, it was nice. So you will receive a personalized email with a discount to go to your spa. And, you've ended up booking it. So when you arrive on site, and I think it's where, today it's getting amazing. When you arrive on site, you checking. Previously, we talked about how everything is on app now. You check in, and you will receive a message. When do you want your spa treatment? And then right after the feedback, the treatment, and it's where it's interesting. You haven't left the property yet. You will be asked, "Hey, how did it go? Did you like it?" And yeah, you loved it. So then we're going to offer. Would you be willing to share your review on TripAdvisor, on Google Review? And after that, we also know that, in the past you've searched for a paddleboarding experience. So we're going to be able to recommend a paddleboarding experience, which is exactly matching your interests. And so you will end up also enjoying this experience. And what is interesting, and I love this slide, so let's take a bit of time on this one. What is interesting, it's really like a flywheel that keeps on and on and on. Why? Because we've discussed it. We are able to target and retarget travelers through our channels, performance marketing, from the higher level of the funnel to the lower level of the funnel. And then we have this whole AI generative experience on site to make sure your experience is the most enjoyable possible and tailored to your needs. And it's why it's getting extremely powerful. We are able to use this data to put it in your customer profile. So the next time you're going to be searching for a little break, we know that you don't only romantic getaway, spa, but you also enjoy a little paddleboarding and workout session. So we're going to be able to serve even more tailored ads in the future. So what else is coming? It was mentioned earlier that things are changing very quickly, which is true. You all know that. So I will just take you through one example of innovation and also what's the future of these platforms. So maybe some of you are familiar with this example from Trip.com. It's called Travel Genie, and it's an AI-driven itinerary generator. So basically, based on your interests and the activities you want to do, Trip.com will suggest itineraries for you. And what I find awesome is they're not only doing that. You can also tell them oh, I love, hiking and nature and not too crowded area, and they can recommend a destination. Oh, go to Patagonia, So let's talk result. Let's talk financial impact. Since they launched this, they're claiming to have a conversion rate higher of 200% for those users. And now, so looking at the future, how is AI changing the landscape of paid media? The first bucket is so important, so I really want to insist on that. Full funnel strategies. In the past, maybe we were all about, a bit too focused on paid search, the down of the funnel. So for those who are not very familiar with the marketing funnel, the higher one is about attracting, travelers, brand awareness. It's very far from the concrete sale. And the lower of the funnel is where we actually make the conversion. So what's going on today? I don't know if you've heard about platforms like Google Performance Max. So it's optimization. It means that on the lower funnel, AI is able to optimize across channels, across audiences, across visuals to get to your goals. Actually, at Sojern, our platform optimizes every day 30,000 campaigns. So this piece, we are kind of all on equal foot because AI is doing the job for us, which lifts some heavy weight from marketing team. And as a consequence, it's extremely important to work the higher piece of the funnel. It's extremely important to work your brand equity, your storytelling, and to have this strong brand because it's where you're going to make a difference. Second bucket, I will go quickly on this one because it was already discussed previously, but today everything is mobile first. Hotels, you know that you have apps to do like some the checking faster, more tailored recommendations, etc. And I like the last one, so let's spend a bit of time on that. AI platforms today are becoming like discovery, inspiring surfaces, meaning like today, like travelers will go on, Copilot, ChatGPT, Gemini, and they will ask like, okay, you know what, I'm going in June to Iceland, and I'm going to be traveling with my husband and my toddler. I want an itinerary, where we're not going to walk more than 50 minutes, and, make it a bit fun with like a bit of magic. ChatGPT will like deliver the perfect itinerary for you. So what does it mean? It means that today, you cannot think of your strategy only with OTAs and Google. It's extremely important to incorporate upper funnel channels, such as display, socials, but probably in the future also like how to incorporate those AI platforms in your strategies. So there's a lot of things coming up. You know that it's exciting, but it can also be a bit overwhelming. So concretely, how can we prepare for this? I just want to share with you 5 key marketing strategies that you can start implementing today. The first one, data, data, data. Let's adopt AI for data-driven personalization. Again, clean, accurate data is the basis of everything in terms of marketing strategy right now. There are a lot of tools out there in the market, so you really must do that. Secondly, we've discussed that a lot, so I'm not going to bother you again with my whole funnel of marketing, but integrate cross-channel strategies. It's not only about paid search, it's not only about lower funnel, really think of inspiration, really think of display, social, and what's going on, while the guest is at your property and once he has left with reviews and feedback. Third point, obviously, is key. Mirja earlier today brought the data privacy topic on the table. And yes, it's extremely important. We all know about GDPRs and this kind of policies. So what is important here is like be transparent with your guests, with your customer. How are we using their data? What's the whole process that we have in mind? Is it opt-in data? This is fundamental. So it's a whole broad topic. If you want to talk more about that, happy to do it a bit later. And again, cross functions is key. Marketing, revenue distribution, it's how we make that happen. And the last point is, it's changing extremely fast. So it's very important to keep yourself, on top of your game, train your teams, attend these kind of conferences to know what's new, and it's how we're going to win this game. So this is the last slide I will show you today, and I think it's a great one because it shows, how is generative AI, we are like changing the way we think about growth. It used to be like, okay, let's seek for bookings. Maybe one-time booking, Now, what do we want? We want repeated, loyal guests that will come over and over at our property. It used to be about volume. Let's show my ad to like the most quantity of persons possible. Now we're searching for quality. I want like this high-value audience that is more likely to engage with my premium offering. We've discussed this funnel thing. It used to be about last click. Now it's about the full funnel. And what is great is we have much more possibility to measure the impact of your higher funnel techniques today. And it's not about siloed strategy. It's really about this connected journey where we appeal the guest to our property, and then we offer tailored experiences, we ask for feedback, and we build this loyal connection that will last in time. So it's no longer about revenue and direct bookings. Now it's about building your strong brand affinity, loyalty, and this cross-channel strategy. So that's it. Thank you so much, everyone. I'll be happy to answer any questions you may have. At the break, I'll be around. So thank you so much for your time, and I really appreciate that.